Good evening, good evening. I'm Michael. This is my first time commentating tonight, so please bear with me. Here we are in Sunday, PGR Sunday Legacy Division, round 11, if I'm correct, season 6. Just currently waiting for a few of the guys to join the lobby. If any of you can't hear me, or if there's anything wrong with the sound, just let me know, and I'll try and do what I can to adjust the volume. But yeah, we're just sitting here now waiting for the guys to join the lobby. While we're waiting, I can just run you through the standings as I mentioned there. Yeah, this is race 11 of 12, so there's today and the final race next Sunday in Canada, I believe. I can see, also bear with me with the names if I don't get them right, but Rostocker, I won't say the whole name, but I'll make up my own names as I go along, but I'll try and keep them as close as I can. Rostocker is in first. He's had an absolute stellar season. He's currently sitting on 376 points. I do believe if he has a decent finish tonight and GMAC doesn't finish within 25 points of him, he could actually wrap up the championship tonight, as GMAC is in second place on 302. In third we have Mali on 264. In fourth, Stiggy on 246. In fifth we have ROR Suarez, who I believe actually is not racing tonight. He's on 215. We have J Tyler 46 in 6th on 207. We have Real Paldi on 193 in 7th. We have Milantov 10 in 8th on 164. We have the main man, the myth, the legend, Trouser in 9th on 147. We have JM 624 in 10th on 129. We have Mini G, or is that Minji 44, in 11th on 125. We have Reno in 12th on 118. We have Bugatti in 13th on 105. Double A's, who I believe is a reserve, on 73 and 14th. Another reserve, F Star, in 15th on 71. And I do believe the rest of the drivers, the majority of them, are actually reserves. So for the constructors, we have Alfa Romeo in first on 603. Pretty much wrap the title up, but we'll see, anything can happen. In second, Aston Martin on 507. Third, we have Haas on 461. Fourth on McLaren on 429. Alpine in fifth on 370. Sixth is Mercedes on 292, Williams in 7th on 286, Ferrari in 8th on 234, AlphaTauri in 9th on 223, and last but not least we have the Red Bulls on 114 in 10th place. So that's the standings. As I mentioned there, the title actually could be won tonight, so I suppose it would just be Rostocker trying to keep his nose clean. I'm sure with that amount of points he's had a few wins. I haven't looked at the wins or the podiums. I haven't had time to go through that at the moment. But yeah, just a matter of a case of him beating GMAC by a certain amount of points and see what he can do. I believe this is the fastest league, I'm sure. The fastest league we have on a Sunday here in PGR. So look, just waiting for the lobby to fill up. We currently had 13. I'm sure there's 18 from what I see on the app confirmed for tonight. So it's just a matter of waiting for everybody to join, and then we can get to the track and start quali. I believe it's actually full qualifying tonight, so that's quali 1, Q2, Q3. We'll just go from there. just trying to think of things to say while we're sitting here waiting. Do excuse me if you hear a little baby crying in the background. That'd be my daughter. So yeah, just we have to sit here and wait and sorry there guys, just had to run and see to my daughter quickly, but hopefully that should be it for the rest of the night. So yeah, those who don't know about me, yeah, I've been in PGR a little over a year. Used to race, raced in a lot. These guys are a bit above my pay grade, if I'm honest. Yeah, used to race in the lower tiers. Just got to the stage, had a bit of success in the beginning, and then just as I mentioned there, had a baby, got married, and then it just just didn't have the time to put into it anymore, and I just couldn't commit, didn't want to put my name down, keep sitting out, so thought it'd be better for somebody else to take my seat and go from there. But yes, like I said, I may rabbit on a bit, but it's my first night commentating. I've never done comms before, so I suppose you just start as you mean to go on. Hopefully I'll get better and better as we move on. And so I don't really recognise a lot of the drivers here. As mentioned, I'm a bit above my pay grade, these boys, so I don't think I've raced with many of these. I've raced with Trouser quite a bit. Got to say, Trouser's got to be one of the most up there, along with a few others. It's not in this division, but Taylor Danny got to be up there with some of the most improved from when I first started in my time here in PG. The most improved drivers, pace wise, and so just waiting for the lobby to fill up now. So don't want to keep rabbiting on. So we'll sit here, we'll wait, and see what's going on. Just check the Discord, see if there's any messages in the Discord. Just a few messages from the other comms wishing me luck. Cheers guys. Yeah, so we just talk a little bit about the track. In my experience, Japan, Suzuka, it's a bit of a tricky track in my opinion. It's one of them in between tracks where do you focus more on low wings, concentrating on the back straight, the two big main straights for the DRS, or do you sacrifice that and stick more wing on your car to go through most of sector 1, sector 2? It's quite tricky with the S section and the Degners also as well. So I always found this a bit of a in-between track setup wise. So yeah, it's just gonna quite good for overtaking. Some parts are quite tough. The main straight going into turn 1, good place for overtaking, but 2 cars through turn 1 and 2, as most of you will know, it's got enough space there, but you get caught on that inside curve and you can go spinning, you end up spinning out. So, but I think these boys are at a level where we should hopefully see some good side-by-side action, and hopefully we don't get too many DNFs tonight and we see some good wheel-to-wheel racing. So yeah, now I've got 15 in the lobby. I think we're waiting on 3 more. Maybe as you can see by the icons on the screen, this lobby is actually a crossplay lobby. So we've got some Xbox racers, some PC racers. I believe that AJ, that's a PC icon next to his name. Yellow or Yellow, that's Xbox. So we've got a mixture of different consoles in this. If I can just open up the Discord, let me go into the chat. As the legend himself, Trouser, as he does every week, he put up the TT times. Now, for me, yeah, it's good being on the TT, fast on TT, but it's a different ball game when you're in the TT. You get one lap, optimized wheels, tyre temps, optimized one lap of fuel. So as much as it is good to have a fast TT time, I find to do that over 27 laps with tyre deg and different races, it's a complete different ball game. But yeah, we got Jack T, which I believe will be Jay Tyler. He's first on the 1:26.3, which, wow, it's unbelievable time. Lionator, who I believe is actually a reserve, he's second, about a tenth behind. I see they had a little battle today to try and claim first place. Rostocker is third on the TT timetable, another a few hundredths behind. GMAC. So you've got the top two in the championship, third and fourth on the leaderboard. So that should line up for a good race tonight. And it's all pretty close. 26.3 is the first place and 27.6 is 10th. So you've got 10 drivers split by about 1.2 seconds. So as mentioned, it should make it interesting for a good race tonight. Fast pace. I believe as it is now with the tyre strategy, which I don't agree with personally. I think they should have left it the way it was. You have to use the tyre that you qualify in Q3 because now it just makes it boring. Makes it basically most races a one stop, which would be medium to hard. You might get the odd person try and go suicide strategy, soft to medium, which you'll end up with a lot of tyre deg there, so it could be difficult. Safety card pending, you might be able to get away with that, but I doubt it very much. But here we are now. Look, we're going into the lobby. So let's wait and see how we get on with quali. Good luck to everybody tonight. So I hope you have a good race, good clean race. If anybody is listening in the chat on YouTube, if you just let me know if my sound's okay or if I need to improve anything like that, and I will do the best I can to try and make myself heard and quite clear. Thing like that, and I will. There you go. Turn the volume down. Right, so here we are, spectator menu. Let's get some of the. I'm going to full track back up. We've got the telemetry up. Details. So, we're going for the old intermediates on the first lap. Either. And there we go. So. First man out is Marley. He's on the intermediates, so it wouldn't be a point really watching him unless he's just going to do as they do in the esports, just get a lap out to make sure your car's handling good, which I don't see how on the medium to on the intermediate, but each to their own, I suppose. Jay Tyler's done the same. Trousers getting involved in a bit of the old intermediate as well. Gone up in the world, Trouser, mate. You've gone up in the world. There we go. Ex-Konski. Ex-Con, we're just going to call him. There's too many syllables there for me. We're going to call you Ex-Con for tonight. He's out on the soft tyre. And the rest are just, oh look, we've got, one's gone extreme wet. There we go. I suppose we'll just sit on board with Ex-Con. Don't actually like the AlphaTauri livery, if I'm being honest with you. Whoa! It was a bit close between the two AlphaTauris there. I suppose it's all about managing your tyres as well. You want to try and get one good run in that will safely see you through, as you get 3 sets of tyres for the first 2 sessions, and you gain a 4th set if you make it through to Q3. Oh, now there's been... What's happened to Jay, Tyler and Marley? They've either DNF'd or they've left the session, or I didn't see anything come up on my screen. Oh, Marley ex-con comes back into the pits. Well, a bit of a slow start to quali. No, there you go. There you go. Get with it, Mick. There's only 15 runners, so we're not doing Q1. So everyone will just be... Took me a bit of time to get hold of that, but yeah, I'm with it. Told you, first time, lads, first time. I'll get with it. But yeah, if you're new to F1, the way they do it here in PGR, there's only 15 runners. They'll all come out, do a lap, get the setup on, and then they'll all retire from the session. So we're just waiting now for everybody to come back in, retire from the session, and then we'll move to Q2. So therefore, nobody will be getting knocked out in this first qualifying. So that makes sense actually why you would have gone on the intermediates. I would say, even though it was a slow lap, but JM and XCon maybe used softs when they didn't need to. They could have got round on the intermediates like everybody else did. So we're just waiting for the last one to retire. Yellow. Just waiting for you in the lobby. No doubt somebody will put a message in the Discord telling him to... Just got a message from Trouser, or as I call him, Manic. Let me just get my YouTube link posted in the chat. Here we go. Mini G44, Trouser, welcome. Don't know if you've already done that for me, Trouser, but yeah, no, I've done it now. There you go. It's in the chat, Manic. Right, so here we go now. This will be qualifying as we know it. From the TT times, I'm looking at maybe a low 127. Low 127. 127, mid 27. Safely see you through to the top 10 shootout. Alright, Milan Toff. He's the first one out. Followed by Rostocker. Again, guys, if I get your names wrong, no hard feelings. Just some of you got some Rostocker. Yeah, I'll leave it as that. The rest of that, I can't get hold of that. Look at that, got 7 viewers. Cheers, guys. Thanks for tuning in. So yeah, as mentioned, it's a bit of a tricky track setup wise. I personally find you've got two long DRS straights, which you could maybe go low wing, but do you sacrifice your top end speed to get much more wing to get through the S section and the Degners and the airpin? So yeah, I always found when it come racing in Japan, I was always caught in two minds whether to concentrate on the straights or go for a much low end car. So here we go now. Milan Toff, you're going to take me through my first qualifying lap. Let's get on board as he comes out the last corner. Full throttle on his way down to turn 1 and turn 2. And needs to pick his braking point, get the car turned in. There you go. Does that really nice. Get on the power. You ride the curve nicely there. Hit the apex on the first bit of the S, second. Feather the throttle all the way through. Here he goes. That was quite nice. Now up through the Dunlop curve. Looks tidy so far. Through Degner 1. On the brakes, down to Degner 2. I find if you try and ride the curve as much as you can there, it helps you on the exit. He's got traffic in front, hopefully he gets out of the way. On the brakes, oh, kind of missed the apex there. That's it, the car in front gets out of the way. Full throttle all the way through, down to spoon turns. Been a pretty clean lap so far. On the brakes, through the first part of spoon, ride the curve, through the second part of spoon. Now this is it, full throttle all the way down. If you don't get a good run out the spoon, it will cost you all the way up the straights. Let's see if I can get some lap details on. Rookie mistake. Full throttle through 130R. Heavy on the brakes, clip the apex on the first part of the chicane. Nicely there, you can ride this as much as you can. Full throttle. Now I tend to stay as right as you can. There you go, and that's a nice clean lap, and it starts off with a 127.8. Next car on track was Rostocker, I believe. He was actually on the medium. Now he's on 134, he's on an invalidated lap. So is he going to go again? Let me get the telemetry up. Here we go. Oh, Craig has gone fast on a 127.8. So not much difference, hardly any difference. 6 1/1000ths. Nice on the throttle there. Rather clean. Got to try and pick up these sector times if I can. There you go, up through. Unlock curve, down to Degner 1. You can attack Degner 1, through Degner 2. Stays off the outside curb, got the car in front. Don't know if he's on a fast lap or not. Again, slightly missed the apex. Having trouble getting the car turned in, the front end. No, he's got his light flashing, so he should really get out of the way, whoever the car is in front. Or was that his teammate giving him a tow? That could have been a good bit of team tactics there. Through the second part of spoon, now on the throttle, all the way down the back straight. Oh, I've been missing all the other times. Look, I've got to get on top of this. So we'll finish off watching Rostocker and I'll go through the times. It's the thing, kind of, when you're on board, you kind of get engrossed with somebody driving, you kind of forget about everything else. But like I said, bear with me, boys, I'll get on top of this. Hello, Stephen, how you doing, mate? I hope you're okay. So Rostocker goes third on a 128.1 on medium tyre. On the medium, so that's a great lap, that is. It's an absolute stonking lap, as we would call it. Let's see if I can get the tyre, where are we? Detail, tyre. So there we go. So we've got Craig in first place on a 127.8. Milan Toff in second place on a 127.8 also. Rostocker in third on the medium on a 128.1. JM on a 28.1 also on the soft. AJ on a 28.7, half a second behind. Mini G 44 or Min G 44 on a 128.7. Real Poldy on a 128.7. Stiggy That's another name I recognise. I believe he's to be a fast driver. Well, I think they're all fast driver in this league. But Stiggy 458, also on the medium on the 128.8. Stat Pack Rap. We'll call you Statman. Statman on the 128.9. Yalor on the 128.3. And the rest haven't set a lap. Marley, I believe, is just finishing the lap. Great lap there from Marley, 128.0. Sorry, I missed the lap. And G-Mac, who's actually in second place. He's coming through the last chicane. Now, what time does he set? He kind of needs to do bits this race. He's on a 128.2. 128.2. So I think that's the first round of... Here it comes. That's their first runs. First run's done for some. Trouser gets out of the way. X-Con, here he comes now. Coming through the last bit of the S's. Again, guys, so I need to keep track of these sector times if I can. But it's got too much going on at the minute. Here he comes down to the first Degner. Flings it into the first Degner. That was nice. Slows it down for Degner 2. Rides the curb on the outside. Up to the hairpin. Gets it tucked in more than the other two that I've been on board with. So, there we go. Through the last curve, up to the spoon. Got a car in front. Might be able to get that a bit too far back to get the... what's the word? Think of the word now. Mine's gone blank. When the car sits behind the other car, mine's gone completely blank. It comes up now to 130R. Should be full throttle through this. Always. Slam the brakes on into the last chicane. Miss the first apex. Climbs over the second apex. Keep it to the right as much as you can. Over the line on a 128.1. Yeah, the flags in sector 1, sector 3. Maybe that's just cars moving over for other cars. There we go, trousers on that. Through turn 1, out of turn 2. Again, traffic in front. Through the S section, or the snake as they call it. Hopefully this car in front gets out of his way. Up through the bank turn. Through Dunlop curve. Slipstream, that was the word I was looking for. Attacking Degner 1. Slows the car down for Degner 2. Up to there, but let's see if we can get this tucked in right to the apex. There you go. It's the best hairpin I've seen so far compared to the rest, but then that just means the others have got time to gain in that part of the track. Up to the spoon. Through first part of spoon. Through the second part. Now for the long run down the back straight. Might be able to get the slipstream off the car in front. But no, he pulls to the left, he's going to get out of the way. Manic tries to get as much as he can. Full throttle through 130R. On the brakes for the hairpin, for the chicane, pardon me. Right over the second part of the curve. Stay right as much as you can. And Manic comes through with a 127.8. Great lap from Manic. Great lap. Now, last person to set a lap is Jay Tyler. Over the hairpin, tight to the apex. First. JM's just gone first with a 127.8. I missed that. My apologies. Down the back straight. Flat for a 130R. Through the last chicane. Right over the second part of the curb. Jay Tyler sets a 127.2. Blows the field wide open. Now prior to that you had 4 drivers sitting on 127.8. So Absolutely brilliant first qualifying laps there. Now Will Prawley's on track, coming through the last turn. 1:27.3, slight improvement by 4 tenths. Race control, Craggy, 5-place grid penalty for illegal blocking. Milan Toff thinks that's enough. He's retired from the session. Maybe Will Purdy might have enough time to get back, strap on another set and get another lap in, because currently he's out. G-Mac, he's on the bubble at the moment. Car's moving out the way. Rostocker, he's now out on the softs. He felt he had to go out again. Well, I suppose he would have done. He was on the medium tyre. Up through the S's. Through the last part of the S's now. Through the Dunlop curve. So as tight as he can to the left. He's a 10th up. But as mentioned, he wasn't as tight as to the apex here on the hairpin, so I'm sure he's got a lot of time here to gain. That looks much cleaner through there. JM, now retired, feels that's enough, feels he's safe. Got a few more guys on outlaps. What's his time? Trouser thinks that's enough, he's retired from the session. Miss Rostocker's sector time there. So let's see where he puts himself. He's currently 7th. Stiggy's now out on the lap also. And he crosses the line with a 1:27.5. He's safely through. Now let's get on board with Stiggy. Stiggy's currently coming up to Spoon. Haven't seen his sector times. I'm sure he'll be up. Got a few drivers out on track now. G-Max come out on track, all on hot laps. G-Mac, AJ, Minji 44. Over the chicane. A bit too much curve there, maybe lost him a tiny bit of time, but he crosses the line well fast on a 1:28.0, only puts him 7th, so hopefully that should be enough. G-Mac now coming up to the hairpin, he's a 10th up and he's currently out of the session. G-Mac, you're hoping that he improves here. As mentioned for earlier in the stream, he's actually currently in 2nd place, albeit he's 74 points behind Rostocker, so he basically needs a win here, and he wants, and hoping, not that you would hope somebody to have a bad race, but that's what he's hoping Rostocker has, to take it into the final week of the season. Over the last part of the chicane, close to the right. G-Mac crosses the line on a 1:27.5, puts him safely through into 3rd place. AJ's got a car in front of him, hopefully he pulls out the way unless he's on a fast lap. Oh! I've got that on stream. I'm sure that was Crag. If he wasn't on a hot lap there, it was a bit naughty, I would say. On 19%, so maybe this is his 2nd run. He's already got a 5-second penalty, Crag, as well. So I think this is the end of qualifying now. As Will Purdy, AJ, we just see what happened to AJ, sadly. Crag, she's going into the pitch. But I'll leave that one for the stewards. I've got it on stream. So yeah, that's the end of quali. The drivers to drop out: Yolo, Minji 44, sadly AJ, Real Paldi, Statman or Statpad Rat, we call him by his full name. M5 drop out, and we now move to Q3. Now in between sessions, I'm going to go and take a bathroom break, and I'll be back. 1 moment. Back, guys. So it looks like Rockstar and Jay Tyler are carrying their pace through to quali that they showed on the TT time board. Right, just waiting for the first driver to come out. I wouldn't disagree with that, Manic. Your prediction there, I wouldn't disagree with that from what I've seen in Q2. But maybe, again, I haven't really got no experience with these guys racing, but maybe Rostocker still got a bit in the tank, maybe. So Murley's first on track, followed by a Haas, who I believe to be Milan Toth. But we'll stick on board with Marley. That was a great lap from you there, Manic, also, I must say. Mentioned in my stream earlier, you've got to be one of the most up there with Taylor Danny that I know of since I've joined the server. One of the most improved pace-wise drivers that I've known since I've joined the league. Come on, leaps and bounds. There we go, Marley, just getting the tyres warmed up. Milan may want to give him a bit of leeway to get some space. There we go, coming out the final turn. Start his flying lap. I'm sure this will be one of 2 laps that the guys will put in. Comes up to turn 1. Put the throttle through. Turn 2, nice and clean. Try and keep an eye on the sector times if I can, guys. I just get engrossed in watching the race and I do. Out the last part of the snake section, up over the bank turn, through Dunlop curve. The sector time is, when it comes up, 31.3. 31.3. So we'll use that as he was quite high in Q2, so we'll kind of use that as a benchmark if we can. Oh, I don't know if that was a glitch or he lost the rear end there, I'm not too sure. I'm I'm sure a lot of these guys in this league run no assists, I'm sure. First part of spoon, second part of spoon, get a good exit out here now, use the curb all the way up. Now, foot flat to the floor. And as mentioned, this is where if you run in the car with high end speed, this is where you make your gains in this part of the track. On the brakes. Attack the first part, second part of the chicane, right as much as you can, and he sets a 127.3. The next car was Milan Toff, just coming out the chicane, looks a bit slow he does, so I'll go on to the next car behind him. Rostock's just starting a lap now. Sure, that's the Alpine. Jay Tyler's getting out of the way. Jay's in the pit. G-Mac's coming up to 130R, flat through there. Just only got on board with him, so I wouldn't see his sector times. Attacks the first part of the chicane. Oh, and invalidates. Gets an invalidation on the very last corner. That's a kick in the teeth. I've missed all these laps. Do apologise, guys. Stiggy on a 127.8. Crag 127.3. Marley 27.3. Stiggy 27.8. Milan Toff, I'm sure he's got plenty more time in him than that. So Rostocker, there he goes now. Could he get advantage of the car in front? This could be his teammate again also. This is great teamwork from the Haas boys. Great teamwork. Onto the brakes. Attack. Close you can, and he comes across the line in a 127.2. I missed Jay Tyler this time on a 127.0. Last time I see Jay Tyler, he was pulling off the track. Maybe he just finished his lap. Rostocker, 127.2. Milan's on a fast lap. It doesn't look like it. Milan looks like he's having a Sunday drive around Suzuka at the moment, so trousers on a fast lap. Here we go. Through the snake. Attack that corner really well, but nicely tucked up there, on the throttle nice and early, up to the hairpin, get it tucked up to the apex. Oh, he's got time to find there. It wasn't as clean as the first time we see Manic take that apex. Try and keep the car as tight to the right as you can. Pardon me. Now flat throttle. Car in front, I don't think that would be any disturbance. No, we'll get out of the way. Oh, close on invalidation there. Manic crosses the line. 128.1. Yeah, he's got some time left in him, Manic there. And he'll get round, and then we'll go for the final shootout. Everybody will go on their last run. 4 minutes left of quali. Currently, Jay Tyler on the 127.0, Rostocker on the 127.2, Crag on the 127.3, Marley also on the 127.3, Milan Toff not too far behind the 127.4, Stiggy 127.8, Manic 128.1, but I'm sure Manic's got some time left in him there, so it's not a problem. JM, GMAC and XCon have yet to set a time. GMAC, from what I see, was quite unlucky and validated the last corner on the circuit, so he was quite unlucky there. So we'll go on board with Craig. Through the last chicane. Now this is his last attempt. Stays quite wide there, maybe to get a better run down the straight. It's his braking point. So car's handling nicely. Oh, that's cost him. So I think he would let off now, store up the... No, looks like he's still going for it. No, he's turned his ERS off, I'm sure he has. And he'll save up now his ERS and he'll go for a second run. Just caught a bit too much of the curb there and sent the car sliding. But he's got enough time to get round and start another lap. Considering the other boys ain't even out in the pitch yet, so yeah, he's got plenty of time to get round, it's not a problem. Next on the lineup is Marley. All the boys now starting to filter out the pits, as you can see on the track map. And the leader, Jay Tyler, will be the last one to set a lap. As you can see now, he's the last one coming out the pits. So as I mentioned there, Craig is coming round for his second attempt. Right, these are the last laps now. I've got to be on this to try and follow them all the way across the line. Here he comes now, down to turn 1. Oh, he's got on that curve again, like he did on the last lap. But he'll continue this now, there's no pulling out, there's no second chances here now, so he'll just carry on with the lap. But I'm sure that would have cost him quite a bit of time. Let's see. Yeah, he's half a second down. Half a second down on his time. So the next car across the line to start his lap will be Marley. Notice these guys, they stay on the throttle quite long through turn 1. I always used to brake, I suppose that's why I'm a lot slower than these guys, but I always used to brake at that first bit. But yeah, pretty clean through there. Let's check the sector time. Oh, bit wide. Sector time of a down back. Oh, a bit wide, bit caught too much of the curve there, and he's invalidated the lap. So he'll be getting no higher than 4th. But I'm sure people around him will be improving on their laps. Who we got behind him? We've got an Aston behind him. Oh, Trousers. No, Trousers not on his lap no more. The AlphaTauri of XCOM. Down the hairpin. Good drive out the hairpin. So much to the right as you can. Shortest distance around the corner. Tucked it nicely for Spoon. Get a nice good run out of turn 2. Oh, little twitch there. Could have cost him some time, but at the moment he hasn't set a time, so we'll see where he is. Behind him we've got the Ferrari of JM, who'll be next, I'm sure, to cross. Might be getting a toe off Manic there by the diagram, by the track map. Oh, another little twitch there. So XCOM crosses the line with a 128.0. I'm sure that's Jay behind. crosses the line with a 1:27.5, puts him 6th. Next comes the two Hasses. Milan, 1:27.1, 1:27.2, improved slightly. Rostocker pulls in the pits. Jay Tyler's gone. Craggy will not have enough time. Jay Tyler actually improved to a 1:26.4. That is an absolute stonking lap there, Jay Tyler. Congratulations, mate. And that is qualifying done. Craggy's just sitting in the pit lane. Please don't say you're going to sit here for the whole 1 minute. There's always one. Disqualify from session, there you go. Now, who should actually move down to 10th now, I believe. Yeah, there you go, down to 10th. And he's got a 5-place grid penalty as well, so he'll be starting 15th. So that's it. Jay Tyler in first, Rostocker in second, Milan in third, Marley in fourth, JM in fifth, GMAC in sixth, which you'll be a bit disappointed with that GMAC considering what he needs to do today. Stiggy in seventh, X-Con in eighth, Trouser in ninth, and yet your quali 3 could have been better, Trouser, but concentrate on the race and you'll be all good. And Craggy, due to that disqualification, in 10th with a 5-second time penalty, so everybody below him will be moving up one, as there are only 15 people, so he'll be actually starting dead last. So we'll see what strategy people pick, whether it's going to be a one stop, but it's what way they decide to go. Are they going to go hard mediums or medium to hards? You might get somebody like GMAC who needs to do bits today, risk it for a biscuit and go on the soft, see what happens. You start on the soft, kind of relying on a safety car. That would help you out a huge bunch. But I always find I always used to want to start on the hard, but then whenever I start on the hard, there'd always be an early safety car or something, and it would just blow my strategy right out the window. But I suppose that's why now I'm sitting in the commentary box and not racing anymore. But yeah, just waiting for the drivers now to put on their setups, get everything, sort their fuel load out, and then we'll be... Lionator has joined, who I believe is a very fast driver. He was actually top of the TT standings today until Jay Tyler come and took over. Now is it straight off? 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights? Jay Tyler got a great start. Rostocker's up on the inside and he started on the soft tyre. So let's get the lap delta, we don't need lap delta details. Oh, tyres kind of threw me off. So Rostocker started on the soft tyre, Jay Tyler on the hard, Marley. Position change, there we go. Oh, bit of a twitch there from Jay. It's all kind of status quo. Marley's gained the place. He's right on the back of Jay Tyler. There's a yellow flag in sector 2. That's a Red Bull. That's Crag. Crag's had an incident down in the Degners. I don't know if he's had contact with anybody. But Rostocker's now, he's due to the tyre I suppose, but he's doing what he needs to do. He's kind of checking out up front. Got Jay Tyler behind him, trying to keep up, but he's playing the long game. Jay Tyler, he's on the hards. I think the soft tyre could do maybe around 8 laps. We're good. Could maybe get 8 laps, maybe 6 or 7. After that, they'll be screaming. So Jay Tyler just biding his time. Marley in 3rd place, gained 1 position over Milan, who's on the medium tyre. so you kind of still status quo. You've got a few gainers. Stiggy's moved up one. JM stayed where he is. Ties on. X-Con in 7th. Trouser in 8th. G-Mac in 9th, who hasn't made the gains he would have liked at this moment in time, but again, he could just be biding his time. He's on the medium tyre. Will Purdy in 10th. Statpad in 11th on the soft tyre. And there you go. There's the strategies. It says both strategies would have started on the soft tyre. But by AJ again playing a long game on the hard tyre. Yellow on the soft. Minji on the hard. And Craig has just come out of the pits, maybe for a wing change. So yeah, Rostocker again, championship leader. If he stays like this, he will win the championship tonight. He's kind of checking out in first place, 1.7 seconds in front of Jay Tyler. Jay Tyler is in second place with Milan half a second behind. Got to change a big DRS down to Statpad in 10th. So everyone's just sitting here now, status quo, just waiting for Rostocker set to fastest lap on the 1:30.2. Now this DRS, there you go, DRS enabled. So next time round, it all depends now who saves their ERS. So Rostocker's on 37, so he's obviously used these to get out the gap that he can. Jay Tyler sitting on 52, Marley's still on 78, Milan on 84. JM on 97. Wow. X-Con 41. Stiggy on 81. Trouser on 54. G-Mac on 67. Statpad on 52. Real Powdy on 76. AJ on 70. Yellow on 75. Mini G on 90. And Craig's on 97. So the actual leader, even though he's on the soft, he's the lowest on the ERS. But he's now got a 2-second gap over Jay Tyler. Marley 0.7 behind him. Milan 3-4 tenths behind him. And Jay. So this is a nice tight little group here from Jay Tyler. Trousers just fell out of DRS. He'll want to try and claim that back if he can. So you've got a tight little space here between second down to X-Con. And our first time penalty goes to Yellow, 3 seconds for corner cutting. So here we know, down the home straight. Kind of lost out a bit there. Here we go. Milan overtakes Marley. Pretty smooth overtake that was. Okay, can he make the gains on Jay? On it. JM is still in 5th place. Oh, I reckon that would have evening power grid. I think that's Jay. I think that would have been a warning for JM. X-Con. It's kind of DRS. Manic's quite low now. I think he's used that DRS, the ERS now to get him back into DRS range, which I suppose he really had to do. So it's now, if you can rebuild. I think Japan's a very hard track to rebuild your ERS. G-Mac still hasn't made the gains that he would have wanted to, being second in the championship. And the last thing he would want to be is stuck in this DRS train. Statpad is just about to fall out of the ERS. AJ, he's on the hard tyre, so no wonder they're pulling away in front. But yeah, Rostocker, he's still out in front, so I think we'll concentrate on the boys behind. Now Milan is very close. And remember, Haas are leading the constructors, so 1 and 3 at the moment. I think that would pretty much sew the constructors up. Now, does Milan get the run on Jay Tyler? Is his back wing open? Has he got ERS? Didn't look quick from my view, but we'll see. Got a very tight group from second all the way down to 9th, all within DRS. Big DRS train. Sorry. Been a bit of a pretty calm start, if I'm being perfectly honest. I've only really seen one overtake. That was Milan on Marley. But it's the longer. Oh, and there's a DNF, and that's a safety car. That's a safety car. I didn't even see, where is he? Craig goes straight into the pit, so he's lost it at the hairpin. I believe the Mercedes has lost it around about the hairpin. So Rostocker, he's done 4 laps on his soft tyre. Will he pit, or will he try and eke it out and go the extra bit of time? Now here's where you build up your ERS again, so it's not a problem. So let's sit on board with Rostocker and see what he does. Is he going to stay out, or is he going to pit? Oh, he loses it at the last corner. So now he pits, and I think he's the only one. No, so Jay Tyler stayed out. Obviously he's on the hard. Milan stays out. Obviously his teammate's gone into the pit, and all the rest of pit. Trouser stays out. Excon stays out, and everybody else is pit. Minji 44, he stays out also. So this gives Craig a time to catch up to the pack also, but he's a long way behind. So I think the safety car will be out for 2, if not 3 laps, depending how long it'll take him to catch up. Now Roxa's actually gone on a medium. I don't think the medium will make it to the end, so that's a sign that he'll be going medium and then back to the soft. I very much doubt he'll be using the hard tyre now today. Marley has gone hard. Evening, Jamie. Evening, Arman. How you doing, guys? Thanks for tuning in. Now we've got Stiggy. He's pitted onto the medium. I'm sure he started on the medium, if I'm not wrong. So maybe Stiggy will have to pit again. But again, I could be wrong. G-Mac on the hard. I think the hard could go to the end, but your last few laps will be, your tyres will be screaming. Again, all depends. If you like Perez and a tyre whisperer, then maybe you can make your tyres last, but you have 2 laps underneath the safety car, so you're looking 18, 19 laps on the hard. It's a long way to go on the hard tyre. So that could be G-Mac hard again to another set of soft. Due to missing Q1, I'm sure they wouldn't have used their full quota of tyres, so maybe everybody has a fresh set of softs, possibly. I could be wrong, I have been wrong before. Not very often, but I have been. So yeah, we're just waiting for the safety car now to collect the pack, all the pack. We're just waiting for Craig. Hopefully Craig can join up by the end of the next lap, and then we can go and start the next lap. But yeah, so with Jay Tyler, Milan Toff, Excon, Trouser, Minji, but none of these have pitted yet. And then we have Rostocker, Marley, JM, Stiggy, Statpad, G-Mac, AJ, Will Paldy, and Craig White. So while I'm here, let me, because this confusion, race director, where are we? No, I was wrong. Stiggy actually started on the hard, so he's used both quotas, but I'm sure them mediums will not make it to the end. 20 laps, 19 laps, no way. So I reckon the boys that have pitted already may have to do another stop. The boys that have stayed out will definitely have to do a stop, so that could kind of level itself out in the long run. But again, they've got the fresher tyre, and it all comes down to tyre deg at the end of the race. Who's on the freshest tyre? So yeah, it was a bit of a slow start. Wasn't a manic start. Pardon the pun, Trouser. But yeah, pretty calm start. Not a lot of overtakes. The first overtakes were straight off the line. Rostocker overtook Jay. Jay Tyler actually started on pole with a stonking time in qualifying. I think he was 6-7 tenths faster than Rostocker, put in an absolute stonking time. Rostocker actually got him on the line, got him off the start, sorry. He started on a soft tyre and then pitted when the safety car come in. Now, the whole packer with the safety car, is it going to come in this lap or do we have another lap? I think Craig, oh no, that's a bit of a late, that's a late call, that is. So now Tyler's got to try and gap the safety car. Back in the pack up. Make sure you don't fluctuate with the speed. Try and stay at a constant speed as you can. It's been a big thing in PGR. And is that him gone out of the last turn? I think that's him gone. And Milan has stayed with him and they've caught the rest of the pack out. X-Con have been dropped by a second. But that was a great jump from Milan. Oh, and there's a big accident. Minji and JM, I'm sure it is. Minji and JM, or JM just got caught up a bit. But I'm sure there was a big accident there. It was definitely an AlphaTauri. Yep, the AlphaTauri's got no front wing and he's collecting the cars behind him. I don't know if he must have had contact with somebody there. I'm sure he did. I think it might have been JM. Has JM got any damage? No, JM's fine. So Minji, is the worst time to have an accident. Just after a safety car, you're going to lose so much time. Basically, going to lose a whole pit stop. So that's unlucky for Minji. He's on 7 lap old medium, hard, sorry. So might be able to pit and go to the end. Be a tough call. But Jay's had a very controlled start. They've kind of pulled out on X-Con. Stat pads fell back from Stiggy. Obviously they're on the different tyres, so as expected, and Stiggy runs quite wide there. Actually kind of gives him a benefit because he gets a good run now at the second part of Spoon. Now, that's Jay going really slow, so maybe Jay's got damage. But his wing looks intact, so maybe he might have rear wing or side pod damage or something like this. But Jay Tyler and Milan coming through the last sector. Won't get DRS just yet. But it looks like Milan's got the run on him. Will he go for a move? Very dangerous from that far back. Oh, Jay runs a bit wide. It gives Milan the option. Oh, and there you go. Oh, a little bit of wall banging. I'm sure Jay's okay. Jay's still there. Yeah, that's fair. A little bit of wall banging don't hurt nobody. Now Milan's in first place. Jay's right behind him. X-Con has slightly dropped back. Trousers all over the back of X-Con. Marley's all over the back of Trouser. Won't make a move into Degners, I'm surely not. It's suicidal. It's got a bide your time. And Stiggy is right behind him. So you've got a nice battle here from X-Con down to JM. Oh, he's going to go for a move up to the hairpin. No, he won't. Milan Toff, he's kind of dropping Jay slightly. He's still on 79%. Jay's on 56%. X-Con's the bottleneck at the moment. Oh, that was Jay just running wide slightly. No, it's these three. These three are all covered within not even half a second. Trouser, Marley and Stiggy. I'm sure DRS will be activated this lap also. So it's trying to... Jay Tyler's now fell a second and a half behind Milan. Jay's had an issue. Maybe he's lost it somewhere. Got a bit square coming out one of the corners. Now look at that. Like the Singapore Grand Prix today, that is, look. All nose to tail. I think Stiggy's going for a move. Nice space left. Great driving. He's on the softer compound, so... But Marley's done good to fight that off. He's done very well to fight that off, considering he's been on a hard tyre. Now Jay, I wonder what happened with Jay Tyler. He's fell 1.7 seconds by. Oh, he's got squirmy again. Out the corner. No way them hearts could be going off already. As you see, he was 1.6, he's now 1.9 behind Milan. X-Con's what, half a second behind. Trouser. Oh. Marley's gone for a move up into the hairpin. Side by side now. Let's get on board with Trouser. Yeah, Marley's managed to get the place. Is Trouser going to fight him back, or is he going to bide his time until he gets to the home straight? Main straight. Now Stiggy. Stiggy's right behind Trouser. Now Stiggy's not using his ERS. But I think it's all just status quo until Manic's gaining on Milan. Is he going to go for a move in the hairpin? Milan covers his line. Pulls back onto the racing line. Misses his apex there, Manic. 2.4 now Jay is behind, but I want to stay with this battle here. Stiggy goes past, and Jay. Trouser lost 2 places there. He won't be happy with that. Maybe, I see he went a bit wide into the chicane, so maybe he got a bit of a bad drive coming out the chicane. Whoa, a bit of contact there. Marley and X-Con. Jay Tyler seems to really be struggling now on these hard tyres. You would have thought they would have been in their window now to start having been a better tyre than the medium, but here he goes. Rockstar sets the fastest lap. Rockstar. Oh, he's gone a bit wide there. Marley. Oh, yeah, that would give X-Con the place back, and it could give Stiggy a chance also. Oh, Marley's had a really bad. He's really struggling. Well, Trouser has a sniff. No, Trouser's like, no thanks, lads. I'm staying out of this. I'm staying out of this. Jay gets the better of Marley. Down to Spoon. It's on the brakes, and that's the move done. That's Stiggy right on the back of X-Con. Not really using his ERS. Will he go for a move into the hairpin? He shows. No, he backs out of it. Smart move. And Milan's checking out of this race at the front. He's now 3 points. Jay goes into the pits. I don't know if Jay's got damage but Jay was very slow them last few laps considering his qualifying pace. So now it's Milan 3.8 in front of Stiggy. Now Stiggy's going to be the one in trouble with all of these cars behind in DRS all the way down to Real Purdy. All within, down to Stat Pad, all within DRS, but now Stiggy won't have DRS. Marley has just overtook X-Con. Craig's up to 6. He was at the back of the pack at one stage after the safety car. So he's done bits to get up to where he is. Charles is still plodding along in 7th. He's got 2 hard runners behind him, albeit fresher, but should be okay. Now Stiggy, yep, he's in 5 lap fresher tyres. I just see Stiggy literally take half a second out of Milan there. Again, sorry guys, it's my first time commentating. I'm trying to keep hold of everything that I can, and even getting used to buttons and stuff like this. And 3.2. Now Jay's going to get DRS and Stiggy now. Jay's on 48% ERS, Stiggy's on 27. Milan's on 30. Marley's on 56. Oh, does he get the car slope? Yeah, he gets the car slope down okay. I think Stiggy could be in trouble here, and he has a little wobble coming out the corner. I think this is going to be a slam dunk move on Stiggy. Yeah. And Marley gets past as well. Craig's some bit behind. So it's the battle for the podium here at the moment. What's happened to Rostocker? I've just forgot about him. What's happened to him? He must have had a problem, or... First, the guy who started in pole and the guy who started in second are currently sitting 11th and 13th respectively. I'm sure Rostocker must have had contact. I'm sure. But now it's time, if Rostocker's back there, it's time for now GMAC to start trying to make moves. He's currently in 2nd place in the championship, 74 points I think behind Rostocker. So he basically needs to win today. Stat Pad Rat has left the session. Maybe that's a lag out. Yep, he's not in his car. So Will Purdy will easily manage to catch him up now. Stiggy's overtook Jay. Oh, this is a battle here between these three. Let me get onto spectator cam. Now, Marley is the vulnerable one now, coming down the main straight with no DRS. And there's a battle behind as well. Craig is doing absolute bits considering he was last behind the safety car. Stiggy manages to get in front. And the status, Craig's got Jay, I'm sure. Very impressed with Craggy, starting where he was after the safety car, being up to now 4th. Great driving. Trials are still there in 6th place, keeping it nice and steady. Still within the DRS of JM in front. And all this battling behind, 2nd, 3rd, is doing Milan the world of good. He's on older tyres, but he's still holding a 3.3 second gap in front. So he's loving all of this battling behind. He's like, go on boys, carry on, carry on. I reckon he'll go to maybe lap 17. If he could push it to lap 17, and then he could maybe stick on the soft, or if he'll play it. Oh, there's a caution in sector 2. And that's AJ. Hasn't had a great day today, AJ, albeit not no fault of himself. I didn't see that incident, but I did see the one in quali. I'm lucky there he was there, AJ, in qualifying. Oh, that was a bit... Was that weaving, or was that just a lag? I don't know. My screen, it looked like Jay Tyler was weaving, but... never mind. Rockstock, I wonder what's happened to him. It'd be nice if I see in the chat after the race, if he puts in the chat what happened to him. Now, X-Con's recently pitted. He's on 2-lap-old hards. He'll be going to the end of the race. So it's when is Milan and when is Trouser going to pit? Because these guys haven't pit yet. Craig's just overtook Marley. And JM's overtook Marley. Maybe Marley's had another incident where he's run wide. Stiggy's now broke DRS to Craig. I said that at the start of my comments though. I've known Stiggy. I'm sure Stiggy won a title not long ago. I'm sure. He could even be a reigning champion. Whether that's on a Tuesday or a Sunday, I'm not 100% sure. But I'm sure he's a reigning champion of the last league that he raced in. And there is a promotion, there is a relegation here, guys, but I'm going to be very honest with you. I didn't look. I didn't see who that was between. Now, who's the AlphaTauri? Minji. What's happening to Minji? What's happening here? Yeah, he's going back again. Yeah, he's back racing again. Has he got any damage? His front wing looks intact. So maybe he just had a spin-off. So right, now back to the front. Milan still holding that 3.3 second gap out in front. Even though Stiggy is now clear of Craig and not battling, Milan is still on 5-lap older tyres, is still maintaining that 3 second gap. But again, Stiggy's got a pit. Well, he's pitted from the hard to the medium. I don't think the medium will do another 11 laps. Jay Tyler's took over. Is that somebody off the track? Right. Jay Tyler slowly but surely getting himself back into this race. He was on the hard, gone to mediums. Possibly Jay could go all the way to the end. We've got 11 laps left. Milan's already done 15 laps on his medium, so I'm sure Jay will be cool now to the rest of the race. For the rest of the race. Trouser's got a pit. He's got a gap on GMAC. GMAC slowly and surely is pulling himself up. Trouser's got a pit in front of him, so he'll gain Trouser's place when he pits. Milan's got a pit, so he'll have to battle past GMAC also. Rostock is falling behind. He was 5 seconds. Craig's pit again. Okay, Stiggy's pit also. So that'd be Stiggy now to the end. Craig to the end. Now is Stiggy going for the undercut on Milan? So will Milan react to this, or is Milan trying to stretch out to get to the soft tyre at the end? I'm sure in saying that they could have a set of fresh you could have a set of fresh softs ready, but this game, the way it is, you save a set of softs, but then the computer always wants to put a warn set on for you. Now, poor StatPad Rat, he's left the session again. He's lagged out the lobby. That gave XCOM the opportunity to go overtake him. That will make Stiggy's job a lot easier in getting back to him and overtaking him, unless he joins the lobby before. So be careful, Stiggy, if you are listening. StatPad Rat is lagged out and he could jump back in any time. His car's actually ghosted at the moment. So do be careful. Anybody behind him, Crag also. Now Rostocker, he's not having the race that he would have wanted. This could, I suppose for the viewers, this would make it interesting. It could drag it on till next week. As GMAC now is in 5th. I do know the front two have now pit, so Milan does react to Stiggy. JM now overtakes everybody and goes into 1st. Trousers pit also. GMAC's now up into 2nd, and I'm sure GMAC could go to the end, albeit on a ragged tyre. So this is what GMAC needed to do. So it depends. Jay Tyler's got right back into this. He's back up to 4th. He just fell right off the back of Milan towards the end stint of his hards. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know if he just had really bad tyre wear or he just lost confidence in the tyre. I don't know, but he just fell right off the back of Milan. Real Powdy's slowly and surely gone about his business. I haven't really mentioned him during this race, but he's sitting up in 3rd, but slowly being caught by Jay Tyler. And I've just seen Jay Tyler's car lag a little bit again, so yeah, my apologies, he weren't weaving on the straight, it was just his car lagging. Sector 1, yellow flag in Sector 1. Ah, that's poor AJ again. He's not had a great day, to be honest with you, AJ. So we got JM 624 in 1st, GMAC in 2nd, 5 seconds behind. Safety car, Minji 44, safety, and J pits. I'm sure GMAC will pit. GMAC pits. Real Powdy pits. Jay Tyler, what's he going to do? He's on a fresh tyre. Pits. I'm sure everybody now will pit for the soft tyre. No, Milan's on the soft tyre, so Milan regain. That's worked. Oh, XCon, 5 second speed in the pit lane. That's worked out an absolute treat for Milan. Stiggy's pit also. Trousers going to jump up. Trousers going to jump up loads as he's already pitted for the soft tyre. GMAC, not too bad, come out in 5th. Jay went on to the medium. Strange. I understand Craig because he'd already pitted, but Jay pitted from 1st onto medium. He didn't start on soft. Very strange call there. Yeah. Very surprised why Jay's gone onto the medium. He went medium hard. So he's going to be, to put it plainly, he's going to be a sitting duck for the guys behind them, because you've got Marley on the 1 lap hold. Considering, well, this is if they use these tyres for qualifying, then obviously add maybe another couple of laps, but under the safety car is not going to put too much tyre deg on the tyre. But behind Jay, you've got Marley on 1 lap old soft, you've got GMAC on brand new softs according to this, again qualifying, disregarding the qualifying, Trouser on 1 lap, and everybody else behind them on fresh softs. Now StatPad, if he does join, back. The game's actually done him dirty. The game's pitted for him and put him on the medium. So the game's absolutely done him dirty there. So now we're going to have a 7-lap sprint to the end. Everybody, we're just waiting for AJ to catch up. Let's look at penalties. Ex-Con, the only guy, 5-second penalty speed in the pit lane. No other cold corner cutting penalties. That's very good, that is. Position change. Milan up 2, JM 3, Marley up 1, Crag up 11. It's a great drive from Crag. But now he could get swamped here because he's on 5-lap old. Ex-Con does the smart thing, pits again to get rid of his penalty. So that's quite smart there, I would say. Trouser up 3. No, sorry, GMAC up 1. Pardon me. Trouser up 3. Will Powdy up 4. Jay Tyler down 7. Stiggy down 2. Rostocker down 8. Tyler and Rostocker will be very disappointed with the proceedings so far. Statpad down 1. AJ hasn't moved. And Ex-Con down 5. But he's just pit now to get rid of his 5-second penalty. Because who knows, 5-lap sprint to the end, anything can happen. Oh, well, no, maybe 6. So I doubt the safety car will come in this lap, but who knows? It was a very late call last time round. Very, very late. Approaching the chicane, they made the call last time. So we'll see what happens. Pardon me, guys. Ex-Con is now on the back of the field, so it's before sector 3. So there's a good chance the safety car could be in this lap. Yeah, it's been a fairly good race so far. Seen a few overtakes. Not been hectic, which has made my job slightly easier. Mind you, I might have jinxed that now because we're likely going to be hectic these last 6 laps. So again, Milan, JM, Marley, Crag, GMAC, Trouser, Will Powdy, Jay Tyler, Stiggy, Rostocker, Statpad Rat, AJ, Ex-Con. So when do they get the call that the safety car will be coming in? It's around about here last time. It's a very late call for the safety car, I think. Now Milan takes control of the pack. Got to keep a steady pace. Get that safety car, get round the chicane and get in the pits. Keep a constant speed. Let's take that off. Backing up the pack. Now when does he decide to go? There, he's gone. He's gone. Has he caught anybody? He's got a tiny little gap. Yep, he kind of caught JM out there a little bit. Anybody? Marley's catching. No real massive gainers. Oh, Jay going to move for Will Powdy. Turn 1. Oh, that was very, very close there. That was very close. Will Powdy just managed to fend off Jay Tyler there. Again, kind of all status quo. Milan had a good jump. And he checked out kind of last time, so let's see what happens. It will be maybe the next lap. DRS will come in, but when the cars are this close, DRS doesn't really come into effect. Now, can Rostocker make any moves? And as Manic put in the group today, if Rostocker, or is it GMAC doesn't outscore Rostocker by 25 points, Rostocker wins the title tonight, wins the Drivers' Championship. And he's gaining on Stiggy. But Stiggy's a fast, decent driver in his own right. Marley's dropped 1.5 seconds behind the front too. Something might have happened there. GMAC's right on the tail of Crag as he goes for a move here. Mind you, Crag's on the medium tyre, so I think Crag could be getting swallowed up by a few of these races now. A few of the other drivers. Jay, 129.08 on the medium, but I'm sure that's going to be That sugar's going to be taken by one of these soft runners. No, G-Mac doesn't make a move. Stiggy on Will Powdy. No, Rostocker right behind him. AJ's fell quite behind. So G-Mac, what can G-Mac do? G-Mac's right on the back of Craig. Let's get a bit of run out of here. No, saves it for another day. And remember, they've all managed to restore their ERS again, so everybody should be fairly decent. Now Marley's fell 2 seconds behind, so the front two have kind of checked out. Trousers right on the back of this battle also, with Jay Tyler right behind him. Will Powley's fell slightly behind and will come under the fire from Stiggy. But let's sit on board with Trouser and see what happens here. Gets a good drive out of Spoon. Everybody should be on that. No, Jay's only got 47, but he's on his ERS now. I know this is G-Mac. Oh, yeah. Oh! Slightly touched the back. Oh, he has another moment there. Craig, this could be the run he gets, but he's only 22%. He's going to have to make the move up to turn one. No, he decides against it. Oh, AJ. Is that going to be a safety car? Is that going to trigger a safety car? No, just the caution in sector one. Oh, I think he's retired in the pit lane, AJ. Caught up on Milan. So these front two are kind of checked out. So with 4 laps left, I think it could be between these two for the race win. And then we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 car battle for the last podium place, theoretically. Now this could be a very exciting end. Caution sector 1, that's just AJ's car coming out the pit. Craig's going to be in big trouble now. He's fell out of DRS. He's fell out of the DRS, he's going to have G-Mac all over the back of him. He's got 46% ERS. No, that was Marley. He's got 21% ERS, so they're pretty similar. Here he comes again. Here comes G-Mac again, up into 130R. He should get the better run due to the tyre, but no, we'll just buy these time. Trousers right behind these also. Oh, Tyler goes for a move up into the chicane. Very brave that was. I see G-Mac in front of us, had a bit of a moment, but I'm sure G-Mac should get him here now with DRS. And the tyre. Oh no, that was unlucky there. That's unlucky. X-Con's DNF'd. He's gone in the pit lane also. X-Con's retired in the pits. So that's good, guys. If you have had enough, that's nice to see you just pull in the pit lane and don't retire on track. So now it's Trouser. This is going to be the next one to attack Craig. 3-second time penalty from Rostocker. The first one. Oh no, we had one pre. So Trouser. So the podium place. All that could be wrapped up now because Craig on his medium tyre kind of held Trouser, Tyler and Stiggy up. And he's also on the soft tyre, Marley. So again, don't want to presume anything, but possibly the podium could be set now. This who's going to win out of these two. 43% for Jay, Milan, so they're pretty equal in the ERS. Craig's really low. Trouser's got a bit here. Jay Tyler's very low. Here comes Trouser. Is he going to go for a move on the outside? That's a brave move. That's a great move. Trouser, get the move done. And Stiggy's overtook Tyler also. Opportunist, Stiggy. Sector 3. Craig's pitted. Craig gone into the pits and Craig's retired from the session. Unlucky there, Craig. You had a good race there today. So now back to this battle. Trouser and Stiggy. Stiggy's 1.1 seconds behind, and I swear these are work colleagues also. So who's going to get the bragging rights in the office tomorrow? Let's wait and see. This lap, then 2 laps left after this. I think Marley's kind of secured himself now, 3rd place. It's down to these two now. Who wins out of Milan or JM? Haas or Ferrari? I think Milan wins. That's pretty much the constructors. The constructors has been sewn up. And what's happened to GMAC? GMAC's fell back. That could basically hand the title to Rostocker today. Stiggy's catching. Jay's catching. Oh, Jay will get in DRS now. So this could be for the win. This could be for the win. But does he go now, or does he bide his time and go next lap, the last lap? Yeah, he's not going to get there in time, no. But he's very close now. It's going to be an exciting last lap, this is. Stiggy's catching Trouser also for the office bragging rights tomorrow. Rockstar's just behind them. I don't think Rockstar's going to get involved anyhow. Some of this, he's got a 3-second penalty. He's basically, from my reckoning, he's won the championship. So I think he's just going to sit back and watch these boys slug it out. Stiggy's right on his back now. Right on his back. Can Trouser hold on? Been a great drive from Trouser today though. Just kept himself calm, kept it clean. Not get involved in any unnecessary incidents. And he's just plodding the way there, still sitting in 4th place. Marley's pretty much sewn up for 3rd. Now the battle, the last turn is for these. Who's going to finish 1st? Who's going to finish 2nd? Trousers leading the position change also with 5. Now here we go. Last lap. Coming up to the last lap. He's caught up slightly. 41, 46% to 25. So this could be Jay's moment. This could be. Let's stay on board with Jay. Gets the DRS, gets right behind him, gets in the slipstream, gets on the ERS. Milan's now flashing. I think this is going to be it now. He's going to overtake him into turn 1. Oh, he defends really well there, Milan. Really, really well. Now, could that have been Jay's moment? I think the only way he could try and get this now is down the back straight. Other than that, there's not really much of an overtaking place that you could use. You can go for a move of the hairpin, but I think he's a bit too far back. Stiggy's got Trouser. Sorry, we missed that. Stiggy's got Trouser. But let's go back to this battle for 1st place. There he comes. Oh, it fell slightly more. Yeah, I think that could be it now. He had a little wobble coming out the 2nd Degner, and he's. I think that's Milan. 27%. He's on the ERS. Milan's got 14. Marley's just sitting there comfortable in 3rd place. Now let's see how we go. Now down the back straight, got one more attempt. He's too far back, I think. Too far back. And he's out of ERS as well. So is Milan also, because he's flashing. Is he going to go for a suicide move up into... No, he's going to play it cool. So Milan crosses the line. Great drive from Milan in 1st place. Jay 3 tenths behind in 2nd. Then comes Marley in 3rd. Stiggy in 4th. Trouser in 5th. Rostocker and the title in 6th, if I'm correct. Jay Tyler will be disappointed with his race today, considering where he qualified. And that is it, guys. I am, if you can confirm in the chat, driver of the day, the computer, is Stiggy. To be honest, my driver of the day would have to be Manic. My driver of the day would be Manic. If Crag would have finished, it could have been him due to his performance, but obviously he DNF'd. But yeah, so computer driver, commentator's driver of the day would definitely have to go to Trouser, Manic. Drove an extreme race, 5th, I think, in the end. Kept himself out of trouble. great in qualifying and a little bit of a disappointing Q3. But yeah, there it is. So to run through the order: in first, JM; in second, Marley; in third, Stiggy; in fourth, Trouser; in fifth, Rostocker; in sixth, and the championship. Jay Tyler in seventh. I think we'll be a little bit disappointed with that. Real Paldy in eighth. G-Mac will be a bit disappointed with the race today, I think, also in ninth. Stat Pad Rat in 10th. Crag, who had an exciting race to say the least, in 11th. XCon DNF, I don't think he'll be classified. AJ, who was very unlucky today, in 13th. Minji in 14th, and there's not a 15th place. So anyway, that was me, guys. Thank you for those that tuned in. Yeah, my first comms in qualifier in PGR. I will see you all next Sunday. Take care. Oh, and be sure to tune in to the other comms on Tuesday. We've got 4 divisions on a Tuesday, and also our own personal Drive to Survive every Wednesday. So make sure to tune into them. Okay, guys. Thank you. Take care. Bye.